matches. Infinite silence. Angry space bears. Pull the boys.
We are live.
Oh wow. Hi everyone. I'm Hyper Turtle, and we've got Green Empire casting with me.
Early.
This is the FSL, and we are going to be seeing the team of RagesRaiders taking on PulledTheBoys. And yeah, subbing in for War Bunnies, who is, busy with his job or something. Green Empire, my frequent teammate and fellow Minnesota Barcraft member. Hey man.
What's going on? I know I won't live up to the bunnies, but I'll try my best.
We'll try to find some banter, man. We've known each other for a while, so we can probably dig deep and find something to fill the gaps here. But
A therapy session.
Yeah. It's time to get to know each other all over again. Meanwhile, we wanted to take a quick look at the website. One of the big things we wanted to highlight was the schedule, and just, let everyone know we can be a bit flexible with this as long as the individual teams can agree to days and times. Take it away, KJ Freedom. You put a lot of work in this website.
Yeah, sure. So if you guys are interested, you can see the schedule, see all the players, whatever it is, stats that they had. You can scout them there. There's even VODs. So if you guys take a look at this, I'm going to paste on the chat the actual URL to the website. It's very easy. It's just sidestorm.com/FSL. But if you go there, you can see right now we're showing the schedule. And what do you think about the standings so far?
I don't like where my team is at right now. I know we've gone to the ace match every time, so we're going to have to work extra hard to get out of that number 5 spot. RagesRaiders, it kind of highlights, we've got one team today that's gotten 2 wins and one team that hasn't gotten any, so
Yeah.
yeah, there's a
I,
lot, this is an important day for Rage.
Yeah, if you scroll down, I mean, the games have all been pretty much close. They went to the ace match in 4 out of the 5 weeks. If you look at that, that's just insane, right? The only ones that didn't go was week 3 with my team. We lost 5-3, but it's been super competitive despite possibly the standings that may indicate, right?
Yeah, things tend to even out in these between all the players, and honestly, we haven't seen a lot of stomps, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Even individually, things have actually matched up pretty well, despite history, despite lag, despite people having to jump in at the last minute to cover for someone else. But I think the important thing there is, as far as substitutions go, we've always had someone ready, no matter what.
Yeah, and in the website, if you guys need to scout your opponents, you can kind of see their details, and even the VODs are linked there, so you guys can definitely be
It
prepared.
is a very important tool.
Yeah, and we're here in week 6, 2-0, PulledTheBoys versus 0-1, RagesRaiders. PulledTheBoys won their previous matches. Look at that, 5-4 in the last one. Super close match there. Actually, Angry Spacers was up 4-0 until the reverse sweep, right? And then
That was unbelievable.
yeah, and PulledTheBoys. Really, they just won 2 games, but for RagesRaiders, the one they lost was just one ace match, so it's been crazy close. But yeah, back to you guys.
Yeah, well, Greenfire, what do you know about these two teams? You've seen them in action before.
I've seen them in action before. I know that Dark Menace can be a menace, and I know that Nucleo has been practicing quite a bit. I played several games with him over the past couple of days, and so I think that this could be a really interesting, really close game.
There's a lot of room for surprises here. Nucleo, also known as Hababishi in some circles. We've got quite a few different countries represented, once again, with Adastra all the way from South Africa today. And here, tell you what, let's just go ahead and bring them in. We're going to be doing the 2v2 first. And Revenant Rage is going to be playing for his team in 2v2. Rage... Is it Nucleo, I think? Yep. Alright, welcome to our 2 teams. We have got some heavy competition here. Dark Menace, you're going to be teaming up with Von Lipvig. And then we have team captain Revenant Rage, teamed up with Nucleo. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Nucleo, well known for you explaining to everyone that you're more nucleus than nuclear launch, right?
Yes, we are a very peaceful nucleus, not nuclear bomb.
That's a relief, man. Revenant Rage, you know, you're definitely used to stepping into the 2v2 matches, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then we've got Von Lipvig and, you know, as we say, the ultimate menace, the Dark Menace. And just
killer.
Yeah, Revenant Rage, have you had a chance to... You've teamed with Nucleo before, right?
I think very briefly.
Alright.
We've done some ladder games before.
Good. And Dark Menace, you and Von Lipvig have been preparing?
Nope.
Oh, no. Okay, that evens things out a little bit.
The confidence, he doesn't even need to practice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Von
we had
Lipvig,
some
I think...
scheduling conflicts with our players.
Von
so
Lipvig,
we
you're
just-
muted and deafened right now for some reason. Which means you probably can't hear me either. Here. Let me...
He's happy to be here.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. Von Lipvig, you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, fantastic. Just, yeah, tell you what, Greenpire, what are your questions? I'm gonna throw you into the deep end here.
Perfect. I mean, so, Dark Menace, Von Lipwig, how does it feel to be playing as both Zerg with a Protoss on the other team? Does that intimidate you at all?
No.
Short and sweet. I love it. Okay.
Dark Menace, no one can be afraid. But everyone's afraid of the dark.
Nucleo, are you going to be taking great care to avoid creeping out Revenant Rage's bases?
I have a system. I'm a very
You
organized
do.
Zerg. But
Excellent.
rest assured, I will be spreading creep.
Alrighty. Not too worried about your opponents making use of it?
Oh no, it's a two-way street. I like my blades
Alrighty.
double-edged.
Awesome. Alright, well, we're going to get you into your individual lobbies, and we're going to get going. And, wow, here, I think we're all actually in a lobby rather than the stream channel. Let's switch that in a moment.
Joe,
right,
you removed
you're
yourself
ready to
for a
go.
second.
I had to switch myself. For some reason, we were in lobby 1.
All right.
Which probably wouldn't have done too much damage, but hey, I like to do things by the book. Alright. So RagesRaiders say they're ready.
Let's get into it. What an exciting match we have ahead of us.
Actually, very exciting. Dark Menace, well, as we say, he's intimidating. Haven't seen him working with Von Lipwig. Haven't really seen Nucleo and Rage. I keep forgetting his whole name, Revenant Rage.
It's like
This
going to
one's
be
kind of
going
up in the air, but Dark Menace can do potentially a lot of damage here. So as long as he has things his way, things could be tricky. Start with Rohana with slightly divided mains. Sheer damage.
This is a really good map. I feel like it makes a lot of sense where your bases are supposed to go. The natural's pretty defensible. I think this sets these up for having some good
Alright.
matches.
In the lower right, we have the pink Zerg here.
Dark Menace.
His teammate, the Zerg, in the red. He is.
Von Lipwig.
And they are playing for the team of
PulledTheBoys.
their opponents. We have the other Zerg in the light blue. He is.
Nucleo.
His teammate, the Protoss in the purple. His name is.
Revenant Rage.
And they represent.
RagesRaiders.
Alright. So Von Lipwig, he's from Platinum Heroes, by the way. If you've never worked with them, check them out. There is some very good competition and some very good coaching there. So, Greenpire, you know your Zerg openings pretty well. What are you noticing so far? The Zergs seem to be pretty similar.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a pretty standard hatch gas pool. There's slight variations in people doing extractor tricks, how many
Yeah.
times people drone before they take the natural, but broadly, all the builds are very similar right now.
How much do you like the extractor trick? You're not really one who does much of that, right?
No, I'm not a big fan. I know it's come back in recently, because you can take your natural, like, hair faster, but I don't know.
I guess the fact that the hatchery costs just a little bit less might make that mean a tiny bit more.
Exactly. I mean, I know Lambo made a really, like, long video about how if you split your probes and you do the extractor trick and now you send your drone down, you can get your hatchery, like, 2 seconds faster than you normally would. But
I think
it
for a lot of
seems like a
people,
lot of
like-
work.
Yeah, for a lot of people, to me, it just seems like doing a wheelie on your motorcycle when you're first getting started, right? It's
Or
like,
wearing
hey,
your heelys into school.
ooh, now that was a good one. Now we got a nice little wall up
Two
for
zealots.
Revenant Rage.
That's really
Mhm.
interesting.
Yeah, usually, I mean, they don't do much good chasing Zerglings around before they have charge. I mean, I know he's probably going to want to make sure to plug that door up, so to speak. Here we go. Just 4 Zerglings. I don't think he expects to get much done there, but he is taking a look around. Sees about, like you said, almost identically, 4 Zerglings each.
A lair. Oh my. So we got something Chezzy going on, and then a Roach Warren for the pink
And
player.
from, right, Von Lipwig
Menace.
actually is skipping speed again. I think I remember him doing that in a previous match. Just not bothering with that. It's one of those things where it's kind of nice to have, even if it's just for quick defense or reinforcements, or just sending some extra damage across the map.
So what do you think the lair is for? This is the...
I think, honestly, I think he's going to be going heavily with roaches, maybe adding Hydras in. I have a tough time to be sure, but I think we're going to be seeing some early roach upgrades.
A bunch of Zerglings hatching as well, but they're all stuck behind the Zealots.
Open the door.
So one
I'm
team
charged.
being kind of greedy and another team about to hit them right in the face.
Yeah, I think this is going to be full-on ZZZ things. We are going to have speed Zerglings with charged Zealots. And there we go. They are going to start chewing on that hatchery. Some of the
Vaness
Zerglings
isn't
getting
done,
lured
though.
away. Yeah. And it's interesting. Okay, yeah. So Dark Menace and Von Lipwig. Well, Von Lipwig almost has his Roach Warren done. And here we go. Ling action.
This is the way the game's meant to be played. If you're
Yep.
if you're playing ZVZ and you're not just throwing lings and banes at your opponent, you're just not living.
You gotta keep it going, man.
All the banes went into the roaches.
Alright, yep, he still gets the kill, though, and he is going on his merry way with Dark Menace momentarily supply blocked. Actually, just starting on his Overlord, so this is gonna set him behind a little bit. Von Lipwig, meanwhile, is pretty much supply blocked, just about, and does not have an Overlord on the way.
So what I'm a little confused on is we have a really early lair, but I don't think we've
Yeah.
done anything with it. We haven't gotten
No.
roach speed, and we're not going tier 2 upgrades, so the lair actually hasn't done anything.
Well, for Von Lipwig, Roach Speed is being researched. But yeah, it seemed a little bit late for what he was doing. Also, in-base hatchery, macro hatchery, so neither of the PulledTheBoys have a third base right now.
That's very true. That's really bad for Zerg.
Right, that's, I mean, the macro hatchery helps a bit, as far as the larva goes. And, yeah, meanwhile, I think Revenant Rage is just going to basic, charge lot, immortal.
This is a
Archon
really hard
deal.
attack to hold.
Ooh. Yeah, look, despite the lack of hatcheries, PulledTheBoys is really having supply, like almost double. And now they've got to try to... I don't think those lings are going to do much use. The Immortal's nice, but it is losing health quickly.
This is a tight attack.
Battery. Yes, I think they had a very clear idea of what they wanted to do here, and they both did it together. Right now, each of them has double the supply of what their two opponents do put together. And it's just
But with some good micro, maybe they can pull through.
Indeed. But in general, yeah, you don't want... Yeah, GG. Alright. Let's see if Von Lipwig can take... Nope. We have the white flag. It's one of those things, Ling Zealot, just that much of a match for Roach Left.
What a tight action-packed match. I still contest, though. I don't think the layers actually did anything, because Roach Speed didn't even finish until the GG was
I think
called.
they could have saved the gas there.
But nonetheless,
Alright,
it worked.
next match. Or Scallion. Well, it didn't keep it from working, that's for sure. In the end, that was just a big roach infestation. And in the end, the hatchery snipe just didn't end up figuring in. Shade Healer is here now. Okay, so we're gonna switch Revenant Rage for Shade Healer, I guess. Here.
Cool. Erase the Shade Healer play.
We'll find out in a moment. I think I need a more organized list. That's what I think. All right. We got so many new players this season that it's all kind of jumbled.
What a great problem to have, though.
You know, indeed.
I mean, I'm just scrolling through the FSL chat. There's so many people just hanging out, sitting with their teams. I'm assuming just talking, watching the matches. It's so nice to see. What a great community you've fostered here with KJ and the rest of the captains.
All right. Where is... I'm looking for Shade Healer in game. I forget if I might have him under his real name or something weird like that.
Oh, it says War Bunny says come online.
Ooh. Bring it, bunnies. I'm just checking to see here. Shade Healer is joined the lobby, okay.
There he is. Another Protoss.
Alright. And do we have him on camera?
Great question, no idea.
We want to switch Revenant Rage with Shade Healer. Alright, here. The Shade Healer is playing Protoss, so isn't going to be too different here. Okay. Alright, they say they're ready, so this could be different. Once again, I don't know how much they've been able to prepare together, but, well, we get these sometimes where the lineup switches very quickly.
Is Shade Healer from another server or geography? I just looked through their matches, so they have no games in the past 4 months.
Shade Healer is actually from Estonia.
Ah,
Which is from Northern Europe.
Very exciting.
Oh, yeah. European server there.
You are watching FSL.
Trying to find the right camera here. Okay, in the upper left we have our pink Zerg. He is
Dark Menace.
and his teammate, the red Zerg. He is
Von Lipwig.
and together they are playing for
Pulled the Boys.
their opponents. First, the Zerg in the light blue. He is
Nuclear.
and his partner in the standard blue, Protoss player.
Shade Healer.
And they are playing for
RagesRaiders.
I believe they're both Yeah, they're both diamond. Nucleo's diamond 2. Shade
Well,
Healer diamond 3.
The big thing here is it's 13-12 from the top players. Ling's
Yep.
coming across the map and Speed already cooking.
We are going to see how this new duo does the crisis here. But yes, that is quite a few Zerglings oncoming.
This can be
And we don't
really,
have a
really
wall
hard
here.
for the Protoss because you really can't wall that quickly in the game. The ramp's so large.
No, and no cybernetics core yet. Forge. Wonder. Well, I mean, yep, complete wall off. You said it would be hard, but there you go. that is going to leave the.
Oh,
That is going to leave the hatchery all by itself, though. And we even have.
oh, they're gonna maybe get past the Zealot if they micro. Oh, this is bad.
They got around. And right now, they are just attacking anything they can. They are concentrated on the wall. I think they are going to make a beeline for that pylon. No. Well, for a pylon. Meanwhile, Nucleo bring in some other Zerglings.
It's Lings into Lings into Lings.
Right.
Dark
The
Menace a
Shade
little bit
Healer-
supply blocked.
Yeah, Shade Healer can do cannons, but we have to see whether they can get down, and also, when they are, whether the Zerg can just run right past them anyway.
This might be a hold.
I think it is. Not bad. Now, if they can keep that hatchery from falling, all the better. But I don't. That might be a tall ask here. Look at that queen just wedged in between the geyser and the mineral patch. Very well done there.
It's more Lings into more Lings into more Lings. There are no drones.
Yeah, I
For
don't
Menace
think
and
they have a
Liquid.
transition from this. Spine Crawler very, very slowly rooting down. And we got a Zealot coming down too. Alright. This went pretty well for the RagesRaiders team. RagesRaiders? Raiders. Oh boy. Well, you know, what do you call it? An alliteration? Sometimes with those, I can't really figure out which R words I'm supposed to be using.
We're starting to see drones. So this is
We
transitioning into a macro game. Can they pull it off?
Who's attempting to? They are trying to see what they can do with the current round of Zerglings.
See what these Banes can do.
Nucleo, yep.
Still a ton of
Yeah,
Zerglings here.
Yep. Nucleo just completed a Baneley nest. Ooh. The Zealots and the Zerglings both pretty vulnerable to the bonus damage. Oh, not bad.
Oh, they're getting in.
Getting right in, straight to Shade Healer's worker line.
Well, I'm gonna walk the workers.
Zealots, of course, those are slow Zealots there.
All things considered, not... Oh, I was gonna say not a lot of damage. Now there is a ton of damage.
Yeah, right now Shade Healer is down to 9 workers. Oh, and those Banelings, no! Oh, those are Nucleo's Banelings, never mind. Well, you know, it's tricky when your teammate and your opponents share a race, you know? I know that from focus firing my teammates' carriers on occasion. It's going to be interesting. They're going to have to adapt pretty heavily. Dark Menace currently supply blocked, waiting for the next Overlord to come out.
Just goes to show how volatile the matchup is when it's going so well for Shade Healer and Nucleo, and then all the Lings get into the Protoss's base, and it's completely flipped.
Right, Shade Healer up to 13 workers now. Dark Menace is expanding. And we are having a nice little fight over in the middle right at the moment. Zerglin versus Zerglin.
Menace making another huge round of Zerglings. The aggression just is not going to stop.
And Shade Healer actually going with Templar or Archons, which might be a little bit tricky on one base. He still is not expanded. He's only mining from 2 geysers right now. One of them not even fully mining.
Yeah, he really needs another base.
He does have +1 attack. So that's handy. But, I mean, the big thing here, he still, even though he has the structure for it, he has the Twilight Council, he has not researched Charge yet. And their opponent's still very much focused on Ling Bane. Yeah. These Bane lanes, you know, if they're allowed to, they can just keep paying for themselves with a little bit more damage here, a little bit more damage there.
There are so many Bane lanes.
And I don't like Psionic Storm if what we're going to be focusing on is Zerglings and Bane lanes. They do not stand still very long. And if you're storming them, you're probably going to be storming some of your own units too. The story of this is just Nucleo still not being allowed to expand. Both their opponents are currently getting on to 3 bases.
3 base, lair, infestation pet, roach warren, upgrades cooking, huge rounds of drones coming out between these Zergling waves. They are just punching these guys down and macroing up behind it. Super strong play.
Is this what you would consider Ling o'clock?
The Zerglings running into the Protoss main, I would consider Ling o'clock.
Alright, there we go.
It's all about making your opponent really sad by clicking Zerglings all over their base.
Charge just being researched. Shade Healer just so low on resources. Honestly, their opponent's not exactly great when it comes to economy either, but they're both ahead of their opponents.
Yeah, 3 going on 4 base. Droning up. Upgrades cooking.
I don't know if they're even droning up that much. I'm mostly seeing more Lings being produced, so I think those additional hatcheries are mostly just larva machines.
Well, Dark Menace has 49 workers, and Von Lipwig has 33, and Nucleo and Shade Healer are in the 20s.
Yeah.
So they make these huge rounds of Lings because their injects are really strong, but they shoot out like 15 drones behind it. So as they're attacking, they're macroing up.
A little bit. I think he is going to take down a queen, but he's going to lose all of these. Oh, there are some Baneleys joining. Yeah, I don't think that accomplished much. Nucleo now going with Roach Tack, but again, no upgrades on them.
A Hive and a Spire on the way for the top team.
Oh man. Neither of the RagesRaiders have any anti-air aside from some cannons in the middle.
23 roaches on the way.
I don't think that Storms can accomplish much in this case. I'd really prefer them just to merge into Archons if he's got them. Now, Shade Healer is working on taking a natural now. There's a lot of catching up to be done.
Where there's a storm, there's a way, Hyper Turtle. Never lose faith in Storm.
And he did in fact start making at least one Archon. Just look at the map control. Those Zerglings can just go anywhere they want in, blink of an eye. The mobility on them, even if their opponents try to hide a base. Oh, does get to take his frustrations out on an Overlord like that.
Here comes a massive attack at the front.
Right.
What will Storm do?
Ling Roach.
Ugh.
Not bad.
Scared him off.
Yes, indeed. Well, they're like puppies. They will hide under the bed during a storm.
3 Muta's gonna hit the field. An Ultralisk Cavern about to pop.
This is a very unique match, but I mean, what it all comes down to is they got a good amount of damage done. They delayed their opponent's economy heavily, and now they can kind of go any direction they want.
They could lose.
Supply blocked.
They could lose everything and be absolutely fine.
Yeah, they just okay. Well, let's make another round. 8 more Mutalists in production, and we got some more Ling upgrades going when it comes to Von Lipwig. And Dark Menace actually making quite a few drones now. It's interesting overall. I mean, Dark Menace, yeah, he's got a very good amount of workers right now, but everyone else in the game has been doing a very low economy match here.
Nucleo and Shade Healer kind of holding their own.
They are, but they gotta have an answer to these Mutalisks.
The power of
they
the new
do-
spore.
The power of the spore combined with a queen. Oh, those spores are not ready yet. And the classic F2 with a bunch of roaches heading over there. Despite, I don't think Nucleo has any anti-air units on his standard army. He's just got the queens, which don't get F2.
Oh, the spores!
Yeah, the power of the spore.
3 Ultra's gonna pop. Adrenal, Chitinous on the way. It just gets so much more and more tech.
Right.
Or
The
Dark
wonderful
Menace
thing
and
about
One Liquid.
Ultras is everything you invested into your Ling upgrades also does wonders for the Ultras as well. All right, here we go.
Here they go.
The RagesRaiders armies are not together, and those Archons are heavily needed at the moment. There's that storm.
Getting 4 roaches.
Yeah.
A lot more work to be done.
Yeah.
Dark
Storm
Menace is almost
really-
at 200 supply.
That's our menace for you. Drop down to 178, but it'll be back up there in just a moment.
Oh, Storm!
Yeah. Okay. Not bad, and he didn't hurt his guys too much. More from the Archons now. Again,
still-
I mean, it's a nice hold, but it's just going to keep snowballing. Their opponents are just going to keep building up more and more. They can switch out their tech whenever they want to. Sniping some High Templar right now, and I think this is going to be about it.
GG.
GG. All right. We PulledTheBoys have taken the first 2 maps.
What an incredible game.
Liquid.
Yeah, very different than the first, that's for sure, but also very heavily focused on early aggression. All right, good games. PulledTheBoys managed to make some early aggression pay for themselves very heavily there.
Yeah, well played, guys.
GG.
All right. And just before anything else, we just wanted to give Shade Healer a chance to introduce himself. We didn't have a chance for a pre-match interview. You were out Estonia, right?
Correct.
All right. Well, anything you can tell them about you, your StarCraft history, or just your country, which I don't think gets brought up a lot in conversation.
Well, I did rush
Okay, that's
here.
a lot
from
to throw at you.
So yeah, I'm quite nervous, and this game
Oh.
didn't go as well as I had expected, but it was fun and an interesting game. For me, at least, it was a nice pressure and just the kind of intense game that I like. But this time I made a few mistakes and it cost us the game. But yeah, I'm from the Estonia, so it's really it's an e-country. So the biggest thing I can say about my home country is that we have internet everywhere. So I can't blame ping or lag for my loss. So,
Well, maybe a little bit. I mean, we're playing off US East. But yeah,
honestly, the ping wasn't. Actually, I'm really glad that I couldn't actually feel the ping, which is really awesome. So I was worried about it initially, but it really didn't affect anything. So you can, like the people who beat us can know that they faced against my skill, and I have no excuses.
yeah. Well, PulledTheBoys is always known as a dominating team, no matter who you get from them.
Shade.
Just one more thing: the figure behind you, with the beady eyes. Is that a zealot or is that something else?
This
Or a ghost?
is this is from Moomin cartoon,
okay.
a Finnish cartoon. So this is a lightning ghost from that children's cartoon that all Finnish people
Okay.
would recognize.
So closer to a High Templar than a zealot. Got it.
Yes, definitely.
All right,
It's a High
Dark Men-
Templar.
Yeah, Greenpire, you got any questions for Dark Menace and Nucleo? Or Dark Menace and Von Litvig?
Yeah, I mean, so it seems like in both games we had really tight coordinated builds. Was that an on-the-fly sort of thing? We're going to do this build, we're going to do it at the same time? Or was there something pre-prepared you wanted to do going into this?
I mean, before the games, we're kind of just like, let's do this, and then we just went with the flow. That's about it.
That's
Make
awesome.
Lobby, yeah.
And it works so well. Excellent work, guys.
I will definitely say, Nucleo and Shade Healer, your initial hold of that Ling Rush, very well done. They eventually managed to get the Lings into Shade Healer's base and prevent him from expanding for a pretty long time, but it was actually looking really good for you early on. Sometimes just a little bit of difference makers. So I know we'll be seeing a lot more from you, Shade Healer. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, and it's fun to be around, even though it needs some time to. I need some time to get back on track, but I'm really looking forward to getting my revenge match.
All right. I like the way you're talking, man. I'm going to move you guys back to your own lobbies. We are going to be going with Code S next.
Oh
GG's.
yeah.
GG.
GG's.
Okay.
What a great series.
Yep, next up we have Little Reaper, and I think he's taken out of Destra, but I don't see him in voice right now. Let me see.
See Adestra in StarCraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of a test here for Little Reaper. They're gonna put him up for Code S.
Yeah, and
Some
I could
scheduling
definitely picture Little Reaper holding his own at the Code S level. He has very tight builds, and when he hits hard. Here. One moment.
So I guess we're waiting for one of them. You can
Waiting
interview
for
the other.
Destra.
Yeah.
Yeah. We want to give a little introduction. Destra is with the Psystorm community, and he was reaching out to me directly to join.
The Reaper, have you been practicing for this match?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Nice.
It kind of is better than not at all. Destra says he's unable to join the voice. Oh, here we go. Okay, can you hear us now?
Oh, hello?
Destra? Hey.
Hey, how's it?
Okay, and I will say your camera's working just fine. Yeah, tell us. Is this gonna be your first match in FSL? I think it is.
Yep.
All right. So
Yeah,
just
it's gonna be
tell us
my
a little
first
about
match.
yourself. All right.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
We
Yeah.
can hear you just fine. So, just curious about yourself, about your history with StarCraft. Can you hear us?
Yeah, it is. It's my first match, yes.
Okay. All right.
So basically, like I said before, I'm from South Africa, and started playing. Yeah. Just give me a second because I'm watching through YouTube. I just want to close this. Give me a second.
You wanna get the streams closed, and I'm also inviting everyone to lobby.
Okay, cool. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Loud and
Yeah,
clear.
so I've been playing a couple of years now. Made my way to Diamond 1. I think I'm actually quite a bit hard stuck at Diamond 1. I've been Diamond 1 now for since 2022. I started playing in 2020. So I got to Diamond 1 2022. I played some Zerg. I got to like almost Diamond 2 of my Zerg. And yeah, I don't know what else to really say.
Alright, no problem at all. And just Little Reaper, so this is, you don't usually play Code S, you usually play Code A.
Mhm.
What brings you here in this rank today?
I have no idea.
Oh, you know, I need to use that response more often myself, because I hear you, man. Alright, well, we're gonna get you both to your individual lobbies. Adestra, go ahead and choose your race, and we're gonna get going here.
A PvP.
Yeah, just a little bit
it's
background. If you guys look it
interesting.
up,
Sure.
Little Reaper's definitely code A. He maxed out at Diamond 3, but he's typically around Platinum 1 and maybe Diamond 2 at one point, but you know, typically Platinum 1 or low D3.
Mhm.
But yeah, definitely favored Adastra, but I don't see a world where he doesn't make it nice and interesting and fun, right? Although I still favor Adastra 2-0.
Yep,
2-0.
Adestra. Okay.
Wow.
We will see there, and that would certainly be to the benefit of RagesRaiders here. A lot of it's going to come down to how prepared he is for Little Reaper's first push. That's where we really see things.
I got my money on Little
Look
Reaper.
ahead.
I think he can
Alright.
take it. Take the whole thing.
You are watching FSL.
Yeah, it is pylon time. I think any PvP should be played on pylon, to tell you the truth. Just something poetic. Anyway, in the upper left, we have the blue Protoss. He is.
Little Reaper.
And he is playing for.
PulledTheBoys.
His opponent, the red Protoss. He is.
Adastra.
And he represents the team of.
RagesRaiders.
Over in chat, our bot Matheson is definitely keeping a very positive attitude here. Getting things pretty close. Adastra 1 probe ahead.
So what do you think of this matchup, Hyper Turtle? How do you like to play a PvP?
Well, I definitely like to make sure to scout early. This is the pretty standard stuff, you know, take both gases, put 2 gateways up. A lot of it comes to just making sure that you don't get hit too hard by the first couple of depths of the first Oracle. So this early part is very much a game of survival. All the meantime, trying to look for hints that your opponent might be cannon rushing or might have a proxy going. So things are very tense early on. I think it kind of calms down a little bit as things move along. You're still always on the lookout for that Warp Prism or those Dark Templar. Another thing that really bothers me about PvP is if your opponent goes air and they're kind of far ahead of you, because it is very hard to counter air, to counter Golden Armada with Stalkers or Archons. I feel like you really need Stargate units of your own, and that's pretty tricky to play catch-up with. Now keep in mind, I'm not an expert on any of the races specifically. I've been jumping around between them. Currently I'm playing catch-up. And that's cute. Little blockage with a pylon in the middle of that wall. Little Reaper being cheeky. And
2 Adepts cooking. 2 Adepts can win the whole game if they're done.
potentially.
Right.
And he does have them rallied, so they won't end up behind that pylon. Tricky thing is, Adepts do not take down pylons very quickly. And speaking of pylons, both these guys try to throw the proverbial energized Calacrystal wrench into each other's machines. Neither of them expanded
quite
yet.
aggressive.
And it's cute. I mean, usually that pylon will be taken down well before you can warp anything with it, but just preventing the Nexus from being built. Adastra has just started his own.
Great wall from Little Reaper.
Yeah, he is expecting something here. He'll be ready to cancel that as needed. Look at that, kind of... Yeah, he tried to shade up there without seeing it was blocked, so they just sort of... The shades just sort of wandered off behind the minerals there. And here comes a Stalker to join in, and again... Yeah, it's tricky without high ground vision, but if there is a complete wall, and you A-move or right-click into the main, then your units will just kind of take the quote-unquote long way around, Brood War style.
Honestly, great defense from Little Reaper.
Yes, I think he did very well with that. Those Adepts have not gotten a lot of kills on them yet. And once again, just kind of wander into the corner here. And if you're surrounded by Stalkers, that's not a good place to be. Alright.
Why Dark Shrine?
Yep, Adastra moving his guys back home, too.
Little Reaper came to play.
Yes, indeed. And as I said, Little Reaper, he just has this reputation of just a very brutal initial attack. And if you survive it, you can, you know what you're doing, you can usually get quite an advantage. But boy, if he can finish things off pretty quickly. And Dark Templar, of course, very dangerous. Just what I was saying. Once you get past that initial thing, you got to worry about other stuff that can end the game very quickly. And that's quite a few Stalkers already, too.
I feel like Adastra also lost so many army units and really didn't kill any workers. So Little Reaper just has a bigger... Like, forget the DTs. Like, he just has a bigger army.
I can't
just
forget the DTs, man. Especially there's no Robo yet, and no Forge. So there is nothing to answer those DTs once they do start warping in. He is going to be taking out that Oh, will that pylon still be there? Because if it is, he can start warping in DTs right there. I mean, it's going to be a slow warp in. Still.
It's the dramatic entrance for the DTs.
Oh, yes. You know, complete with those capes. If you got a cape on, your entrance is always dramatic.
Adastra has the Forge, but no cannons. Does he have a Robo? It seems not. This could be fatal.
Where is... Okay, the Forge is kind of the top of the base there. Alright, he does take that out. And Little Reaper with the classic, you know, hiding buildings in the upper right corner of the map. He is pushing things back, and so far there have not been any DTs. Oh, wait, never mind. There's one right now. One
There's
going
two.
into each mineral line, and there are no observers.
Yeah, this is brutal. We might see GG here.
Right. This is one of those instant game-ending things. The Robo only just now being built. He has taken his probes across the map and just keeping them with his
Recalling the
Stalkers
DTs,
and Zealots, I think.
which should be able to clean all this up.
Yeah, DTs can be used defensively too. That's the dangerous thing here. And I think Little Reaper justified his father's expectations there.
No fade.
What do you think now, Dad? No, it's all good fun. Little Reaper has definitely surprised people in the past, including when teaming up against pros and things. So
All of Adestra's probes are also on the other side of the map because of the DT.
Yep. Now they did put down a pylon and a new Robo, but this is I mean 37 to 10, low supply there.
GG.
We have the GG. All right,
Great
boys.
game.
That is like the epitome of a Protoss match there. Blocking each other with pylons, getting early aggression in, and then Dark Templar just ending the whole thing. That is PvP right there. Alright, next match will be on Ultra Love.
Little Reaper not getting really supply blocked, consistently making workers, a well-timed DT shrine. Like, he's code
early
S.
game. Yeah, his early game is a well-oiled machine. That's the deal. Now,
Path to
I've seen
GM,
him...
question mark?
Maybe. I mean, as his father said, he's a little bit stuck as far as the diamond goes, but
We've all been there, though.
yeah. Well, I'm currently trying to get my Tyrion back to Plat 2. So there you have it. And that's just one of the things in PvP. As Zerg, by that point, you usually already have some spore crawlers, and you usually have the lair, so you can very quickly morph your overlord or two, make him into overseer, and then as Terran, you got the scans to fall back on. Not so much as Protoss. Alright, in the lower left, we have the blue Protoss. He is
Little Reaper.
his opponent. Oh, no, just to note, he does play representing
Pulled the Boys.
Alright, now his opponent, the Protoss, in the red he is.
Ad Astra.
And he is playing for
RagesRaiders.
Alright, we're not quite in the position where RagesRaiders has to do a reverse sweep, but they're getting very close to that. 3 wins to 0 right now.
Can Little Reaper pull off the 2-0?
Ugh, if he does, I say we go ahead and move him into Kodas. I'm tired of dealing with him myself.
Outsource the problem to somebody else.
I'm used to playing against kids here and there. I'm used to them surprising me, but Little Reaper, it's like, oh man, you're a third of my age, kiddo. Just stop. Maybe don't make me look as bad.
We got to get your daughter playing Hyper Turtle.
I'm working on it. Right now, I'm trying to make her play StarCraft. Instead, she's making me play Hello Kitty Island Adventure, which I'm actually kind of getting the hang of it. It's all about those friend levels. So every day, give as many gifts out as you can. That's my piece of advice for any aspiring professional Hello Kitty Island Adventure players.
So last game I asked you how you like to play PvP. This game I'd like to know, what's your build for Hello Kitty Island Adventure?
I get up and I give a present to every single Sanrio character. Because, yeah, that's the gate there. In StarCraft, you have the tech requirements. In Hello Kitty, so many of the quests are locked behind getting certain Hello Kitty characters to a higher friend level. So, yeah, it's all about the gifts, man. And if you can figure out what kind of recipes for food they like, and we are seeing something very similar to last game, except Little Reaper's Nexus has not been blocked. And yeah, you gotta play catch up a lot with the more obscure Sanrio characters. It's like, you have access to giving Hello Kitty and My Piano and whatever the penguin's name is. You're building up their friendship levels pretty early. But boy, those angel twins and some of the others, that red fox. Yeah, you don't get early access to them. All right, so here we go.
Probe in position.
Yep.
Bam.
Little Reaper just golden when it comes to just putting that wall up completely. However, this time the Adept's not taking the long way around. I think they were the shades were being right-clicked to the top of the natural first, and then onward. So they were able to still do some work, and they did take out Adept.
Oh, are they gonna get in?
Here we go. Oh, I think they could have, but then they spelled blood in the natural. So the fact they didn't get in, yeah, that's gonna deny them some scouting, but they're definitely getting some worker kills. 4 of them so far.
Not game-ending damage, but way more damage than we saw in the last game.
Right, this is a much better start from Adastra, despite him, not blocking in the natural or anything like that. And I always find it amusing when Adepts are taking on armored units. You end up like, okay, you don't get a bonus against me. They don't get bonuses against the Adepts, so... And here we go, pummeling the unbuildable debris.
Is this a 4-gate from Adastra?
Well, he's got two. They both have 2 gateways so far. They don't look too
Two more
dedicated.
cooking with Blink on the way.
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't play Protoss, so all I can do is count the gateways.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting them out. They both have the Robos on the way. Adastra's a little bit behind, so I think they both want to hit the other hard to begin with. And I think Adastra wants to make sure that, number one, he's got Observer Tuck. And you see Little Reaper already add an Observer of his own in case his opponent got any ideas from him. Hallucinations. Scouting here. Adastra's just about got Blink now. His opponent does not, so he could potentially get a lot done if he goes on the aggressive right now. Army supplies pretty neck and neck. And yeah, Adastra this time getting Adept out. You learn your lesson when you end up falling very slowly to Dark Templar.
Adestra's got a bigger army and way more upgrades cooking and an even worker count.
And Blink.
And yeah, so I think he's in a really good position.
Oh, look at that.
Rip.
Manages to snipe that Observer right away. It does see what's coming, so Little Reaper has a sense of what to expect. And right now, neither of them have Warp Prisms just yet. Usually that's a good sign when they're ready to move out. They've got the Warp Prism with them.
Third base.
Thank you, Abbott and Costello, yeah.
Adastra's moving out.
He is, so he's not going to have reinforcements here. That's the big thing. But he does have a pretty good army here. It'll be a question of how well Little Reaper takes the defender's advantage. And Little Reaper actually moving up to high ground, so I think he knows what to expect. I think he's going to try to attack the incoming army from both sides.
There you
Got
go.
a couple of mortals, and that's a handy thing there, but we're going to see how much of a difference Blink makes here.
You're going to be a little surrounded.
The sentry went down without getting any spells in, but right now
Takes
he's
the Immortal, takes the high ground.
Alright, yeah, just keeps blinking to the other side of the wall here.
The Immortal's packing such a punch.
Immortals are beautiful in PvP. And yep, in the end, pretty good defense from Little Reaper. Adastra does manage to blink some of his troops to safety. His opponent ahead as far as expanding them.
Reaper getting a
Here goes
ton
the
of
gateway
gateways.
explosion. Adastra does have the Warp Prism. It's just kind of playing defensively at the moment. And yeah, both of them adding plenty of gateways, so I'm very curious with all these Stalkers and Immortals whether one of them is going to get a robotic support bay in and maybe add a Disruptor or two. I haven't seen any sign of that so far.
Yeah, they're just kind of content macroing up now.
At the moment.
Very
Yeah,
even.
Little Reaper did not feel any urgency to do a counterattack there. I think he knows that he came out ahead as far as that altercation goes. But Adastra actually, again, with the army supply lead. Little Reaper with the worker supply lead, though. They're both about even in supply. And
Dark Shrine
Little
cooking.
Reaper going with the... Yep, Dark Shrine cooking again, but I believe Little Reaper knows his opponent has detection, because Adastra did take down a observer or two.
This was to rub his nose in the last game.
Right, Adastra
Remember
going
these?
with Templar Archive.
Remember these?
Yep. Did you miss them? But I think we're going to be seeing some Archons added to Adastra's army.
A lot of Zealots.
Yep, whole lot of them, and they
A
do
criminal
have
amount of Zealots. And his +2 is going to finish here in just a second. This could be a pretty strong timing attack.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot of minerals get put into the Zealots and a lot of gas getting put into Archons. And yeah, he is just kind of lurking over here. Little Reaper does have kind of a, early detection pylon. And the armies are both kind of split up now, too.
The Archons are kind of by themselves now.
Right. The Zealots, meanwhile, getting 11 worker kills. That's not bad for Destra.
It's like watching a
The
ZVZ
Immortals.
with all these zealots.
Right, the Immortals do not do bonus damage against Zealots or against Archons. And we're getting quite a bit of sentry stuff going on. Force fields going down.
Were the force field Adastras?
I think they were.
Didn't they just prevent the zealots from being able to go in?
Probably. But Adastra's the only one with sentries right now, so...
Oh, this is
I think it's a
brutal.
big thing, yeah, keeping the Immortals from backing up, and I think Adastra just took this. More and more Zealots just flooding in.
He doesn't seem to have detection, though. These Ts could clean this up, in theory.
Gradually. I mean, they've got a lot of work to do against the Zealots.
Yeah, but there's like 6 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Adastra's going to have
There
to
we
back
go.
up a little bit before the supply counts even.
Observer shows up.
Yep, indeed it does. Now these Zealots still doing a lot of damage, more and more getting warped in.
Little Reaper really not with a lot in the production tab.
5 army supply for Little Reaper, and I think that's mostly observers right now. So I think Adastra just took this, unless Little Reaper's got a good trick up his sleeve. At this point, he might even want to just merge those Dark Templar into Archons of his own.
Yeah, especially with all the zealots.
Yep, bonus damage against Bio, so... Just to be where he makes his final stand. We are going to see... Oh, he is, I think, the first member of his team who's pulled the boys. But it, yeah.
Great game.
All for naught, so Adastra has put a point on the score.
Still in the hunt.
Yes, indeed. Alright, we're going to bring him in briefly. Alright. Both of you putting a point on the scoreboard. And I think one of the things we were bringing up, Little Reaper, yeah, you tend to hit very hard early on. Those Dark Templars in the game 1 were golden after various bits of pylon obstruction.
Yeah, and I didn't see I had a freaking robo in my main. So I thought I had to make a robo, and I saw I had one.
Yep. Yeah, we saw you had the forge, but getting cannons up, usually not an option that quickly. But second game at Estra, you managed to control the flow of it a lot better. Your adapts didn't waste time trying to shade up where they couldn't. You managed to get some worker kills. First attack, not especially effective, but you kept building up, and you were able to take that pretty convincingly.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy game, I must say. But yeah, I think it was a nice
Never
game.
underestimate the little guys, Reapers or otherwise. That's what I've learned.
Yeah,
Little
no,
Reaper.
Well played, Little Reaper. Well played.
Little Reaper, what a great first game. I mean, the defense was really, really strong. The timing with the DTs, I think game 1 and even into game 2 really showed that you are Code S material. So great job.
Yep. And I will definitely say, Little Reaper, you are very on point with blocking the Adept Shades with build-ins.
Yeah, that was excellent. Yeah, that was great. You're on point with that, eh? Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. Here, I'm just checking here who's up next. Okay. So next up is Code A. We're going to be having Chienpon versus Lanix Magi.
All right.
Alrighty. So, yep. Good first showing at Astra. We're going to be
Cool,
moving on
thanks,
to the next
GGs.
match.
GG,
All
man.
right. So next up, Chienpon versus Lanix Magi. I see Chienpon already in lobby. And Lanix, there we go.
Hello.
Alright, welcome. Lanix Magi, we've seen some pretty good Zerg play from you. Chienpon, you are representing Code A.
It has been a while. I've never played in Code A before, except when Cyan 3-0'd me. So,
Alright, well, it's a chance to show you why you belong here.
yeah.
Let's see. There we go. Trying to get my camera to focus. Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. Let's see what happens.
Okay, let me check where everyone is right now. Chienpon, invite to party. Lanix
Any
Magi,
practice going into this for either of you?
No.
I've been playing all morning.
I
all
played
has
one.
not
I
helped.
played one match. I played one match this week. Or that I did destroy my opponent, so.
There you go. So you
Yeah,
got the wind behind your back.
On Lennox Magi, you need to leave your current party so we can invite
Oops,
you.
sorry about that. Leave party. There you go.
Yeah, it's
Leave your other
interesting.
friends.
There we go.
Sometimes I get some good practice in if I play ladder before FSL. Other times it's just disheartening, or I end up kind of exhausted myself. So it is.
It gets the shakes out. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling.
Sometimes it all depends. You got to kind of know yourself to figure out what to do with that. I'm inviting you to lobby right now. See, is it what is it? Zerg versus Chinpon? You keep switching between Protoss and Terran. What are you playing as now?
I don't. I've been playing Protoss this entire season.
Oh yeah, I mean just historically.
Okay,
So,
historically, yes. I think season 5
Yeah.
is season or wait, no. Yeah, okay, whatever. But these past 2 seasons, I've mostly played
Okay.
Protoss.
all right, I will make mental note of that. And here we go, another PVZ. We've been seeing very little Terran today.
As it should be.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
Terran's the worst race.
They couldn't come because they're all floating their buildings to
Well, no,
the corner of the map.
It's the best. Yeah, it's the best race, but it's all. Yeah, you get me.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna set this. So, yep. Just any words to say to each other before we start?
Good luck, have
No.
fun.
Good luck, have
Yeah.
fun. Let's do it.
Oh, I'm so terrible at doing interviews.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
Hey, you know, it's where the money is. If I'm hard on myself, other people are entertained. All right, so I'm gonna ask them if they're ready. Yeah, definitely. And Chinpon is a little bit more new to this level of play. I've seen him definitely build up some convincing armies to begin with. Sometimes just a question of what to do with them and when to move to the next level attack.
Could we see the whole series tie up? What do you think, Hyper Turtle?
I think we very well could. It's a little tricky. Chinpon, a little bit new to the Code A level, but Lennox Magi also new to the FSL. So, and we have the infamous 3-player map right now.
Yeah, this one's a goofy one.
It can be. I like to point out, even though you don't know where your opponents will start, you do cross the elevation with the scout. All right, in the top of the map, we have the purple Zerg. He is
Lennox Magi.
And he is here to bring it back for
RagesRaiders.
There's that extractor trick for all you tryhards out there.
Drone going across the map.
Lower left, we have the blue Protoss. He is
Chinpon.
and he is playing for
PulledTheBoys.
Yeah, so I don't think
Hatch
we
block?
usually get a drone scout so much, but
I don't know if it's
on this map, sometimes
must be.
people do want to figure out the locations as early as possible. And we see them both kind of early scouting a bit. Just so they know which direction to focus on. And we have that drone just parked right in the middle of the worker line.
Yeah, that's an intimidation drone.
Like, yeah, what you gonna do about it?
What do you do? Box your workers? Lose all that mining time?
Uh-huh. I know this bugs you, man. Does this bug you? I'm not touching you, dude. That's so. Yeah, Chinpon
gas.
still not expanding. Yeah, this is interesting. We're seeing things a little bit different than I'd expect to start with.
2 gas.
You have the cybernetics core moving along for Chinpon, but yeah, I'd like to see him take his expansion soon. Of course, we're going to start out with the usual Zerglin stuff, but I'm also very curious, like, what tech path Chinpon's going to be doing. he actually made sort of an early extra pylon too. So you see, he's got plenty of wiggle room when it comes to supply, but maybe not a lot of minerals just yet. We're going with an adept. Yeah, very interesting. Still no speed being researched for Zerglings.
Well, he just started mining gas.
Yeah, and he is mining, mining.
But he's on
out
3
the
base.
too. Yeah, I like that definitely. So we got this adept moving across the map. No units to meet it just yet, I don't think. We'll see what it can get done.
Could get a lot.
And all right, well there's that expansion for you. Qianpon is taking the other main.
It's a macro game.
I'm thinking about this, and yeah, that's probably the last place your opponent's gonna look. The main.
Look at this really early lair. Oh, pulling the drones to defend the adept.
Yeah, it's a little tricky. He doesn't have any Zerglings out just yet.
He isn't focusing the drones though, so he only lost 1, I think.
Oh, there. Will he make it? No. Yes.
A creep tumor.
Running away and shading away.
This is a Code S player.
Yeah. Oh. Just going after the larva now. I haven't really thought about that. Do larva count as light?
These are the questions you get into in Code A matchup.
Here and
Are larva
yeah,
light?
and it's not going to tell me, but it really looked like the adept was doing some extra damage against the larva. Larvae have very high armor.
Well, with this skin, they must be mechanical, right?
Nope. I've checked on that one. Also, despite the fire, Zerg buildings, even with that skin, do not burn down by themselves once they've been badly damaged.
Good worker damage. I don't know if quite worth it to
Now
adepts.
here's the deal with such an early hidden base. Look at all that mining time being lost by these probes that are just making their way all the way to another base. I really feel like Qianpon maybe is playing a little bit overly defensive. He seems very hesitant to just make a standard natural here. I do like
think
those extra. Yep.
You think the alarm bells are going off here for Lanix, seeing no natural?
I'd expect he's trying to figure out something. If not
Hydrogen.
alarm bells, then yeah. I mean,
Right.
I've been noticing Mass Hydra becoming a lot more popular lately, in sort of the mid levels anyway. So I've definitely been checking out quite a bit of platinum level ladder recently.
Can Lanix suss out what this is?
Yeah,
He's
and
got his
also,
detective hat on.
If he can't, will he just proceed with what works for him anyway? Did he? I don't think he saw that probe making its way over there.
No, I don't think it was in vision.
Yeah. Just here, we get a better look at the camera. He's not visibly scratching his head, but he's got that look on his face of, all right, there's something going on here.
He's gonna see this move out though.
Yeah, and honestly, without charge, a large number of Lings should be able to do fairly well against this, unless they manage to find a nice place to tuck themselves into and eliminate surface area.
Yeah, the issue is he's gonna be supply blocked. Yeah, there's 4 overlords on the way. I think the supply block might kill him. Because he had 10 larvae available. Oh, the
getting
spines.
detection right now. I think he's expecting some serious Dark Templar play or something along those lines. Now units, yeah, right now all he's got is 7 Lings, so this might actually pay off big time for Qianpon. I don't think the hidden base really assisted with this, but Qianpon has a pretty good composition here. And they should be able... I would prefer a lot more Lings over these spine crawlers if he's up against Stalkers and Immortals.
Yeah, a big round of Lings would have been nice. I think again the biggest issue is he got supply blocked right when he needed not to be.
And he didn't bring all of his queens down either. Queens are very nice when it comes to avoiding all damage bonuses other than psionic. But he
Become a
did
bunch of
survive
ones now,
this.
though.
Yeah. And tell you the truth, boy, if he sent a bunch, if he finds that hidden base and sends a bunch of lings to it, it'll go down in no time. There's that one queen, along with a bunch of drones too, that's just kind of sitting there at the ramp to the natural.
She's just taking care of her babies.
Yeah, well, I'd like to see the queens moving together. I like these hydras against what they're up against.
Cancel. Oh, kill.
Oh man. All right, they've got to switch their attention to this army.
Should be able to fight this.
Yeah, nothing that does bonus damage against light. That's the big thing right now. So Hydra Ling should do very well in this case. And was he intentionally putting them in the Warp Prism, or was that kind of a right click that didn't quite work out? He has taken the natural. He has taken the natural of that other base. Yeah, he's dropping them right back out again.
Chimpone taking his natural.
I think both. Yeah, taking the other natural exactly. I think both of them are maybe being a little bit overly cautious right now. But Lennox Magi, he's got a very good composition for what he's up against right now.
I like the double expand. He's getting upgrades.
Right, his big thing, he needs to get another hatchery up. That's the big thing he's missing. Chienpo does have +1 attack. That's nice. Lurker attack. There we go. Chienpo researching Blink and shields. So, yeah, let's see what he does here.
He's sharking around.
Yeah, Chienpo had an army supply right now. And I would like to see the queens figuring into Lennox Magi making himself a Nidus network, and I have seen him use that to good effect before.
Lurker Den on the way, too.
Well, Lurker Nidus. Nothing like burrowing a bunch of Lurkers right in the middle of your opponent's tech.
Oh, we have the Overseer back home.
Yeah, Lennox Magi again supply blocked, and again making 4 Overlords at once here. Alright, come on! Just do it! And get the queens there with them if you can.
Decent fight.
Use those queens very, very defensively right now. I think those Hydras should do pretty well here.
Yeah, all the Zealots are gone.
And Immortals, as much of a punch as they pack, they fire very slowly. You gonna get him? Oh, not quite.
He wants them, though.
Oh, that queen tiptoeing on dry land again.
She's not intimidated by this Immortal.
Alright, we got more warping in. Chienpo again, ahead in supply.
These reinforcements are scary.
Yes, indeed. Warp Prism eliminating the defender's advantages, they like to say. Now, I'm going to say, over on this this third right now, really doing well getting the drones down on there. Lennox Magi actually ahead in workers now, and is making good use of them at the moment.
And his bases are all together.
Yes, and with creep between them, although drones don't benefit from creep, but still, defensively, that's very helpful. What tech are we going for? We've got...
Yeah, the Lurker Den's done. The Nidus is done.
Yeah, haven't seen them used yet. I wonder if Chienpo's going to be adding Colossus. That would be a pretty good move here. He's got the robotics support bay being warped in.
Oh, here it comes!
Here we go! Nidus. Courtesy of a little zealot changeling there.
Lannis Magdi has a birthday present for Chimpone's base.
This is where recall might come in handy. Oh, those probes trying to run, naturally getting themselves closer to Nidus for a moment. Looks like it's just Zerglings coming out here, but they could take down a lot of pylons very quickly here.
He's sensing a base trade.
Yeah, Chienpo going ahead and moving right in.
Oh, he's kind of sharking about, though. I think his brain melted a little bit, seeing this attack in his main.
Yep, and we do have Lurkers being morphed now.
A bunch of Lurkers.
Server, but it's tricky. Even with the detection, it's tricky to deal with Lurkers. With ground units, anyway. Okay, put him down. Yep. There they are, going deep.
This is not a good fight with the lurkers, though.
No, the Stalkers and Immortals managing to do quite a bit of work there. Now, if he takes down just one more pylon, there's gonna be no more production.
Problem is, I think Lanix thinks that this is his only base. He still has no idea about the right-hand side of the map.
Right. Lanix needs to remember that he can bring the guys back through the Nidus network if he wants to reinforce. Oh, man. Taking out almost all the gateways. No new ones going up. And this is like the base trade of base trades right now. And the biggest issue here, I don't think either of them know where all of their opponents' bases are. Alrighty. So at this point, neither of them able to make any new army units.
Yeah, Lannis just thinks that he's base trading, but he doesn't know where the bases are. So he thinks these last three buildings are it. And then it's not going to be it, and he's going to be like, oh.
No new gateways or spawning pools going up right now, so...
They both have a ton of money.
They both have a ton of money. She and Pwn supply blocked, but not Lennox Magi. And we just... Yeah, Lennox Magi should be searching for those bases right now. He is currently... Oh boy, he is currently taking his opponent's bases.
Alright, he's looking.
Yeah, keep in mind, he can no longer make lurkers.
Yeah, he has to remake his spawning pool. He can't make anything.
Right, and he is about halfway done with that. 4 gateways on the way from Chi and Pwn. We have both of them basically teching up from nothing again.
Oh, this is going to be really good for Lanix.
Yeah, I think Lannis would be pretty happy about this. Oh, he needs to start doing something with all those idle workers right now. 30 workers going down for Chi and Pwn.
Problem is, he really can't fight this army.
No, he really can't.
Once his army's gone,
yeah,
gone.
he can't escape with them either. If I were him, I'd just go straight after the buildings again. Yep,
he's
there
just
we
gonna
go.
get as much damage as
Going
he
after
can.
workers, going after pylons. Now he is able to make lings again. And there's a warp prism just kind of bumping around against that fly barrier. Yeah, it's...
His workers aren't working, though.
Yeah, Chi and Pwn tried to right-click the corner, didn't take those air barriers into account, so the warp prism just sort of banging its head against that. Chi and Pwn so far ahead in army supply, though. Alright, and he did eventually get that warp prism out.
He needs to inject like crazy, make lings like crazy, but I just don't think there's any time.
No. He's not going to be able to get enough Zerglings going. I think this is going to be sort of a slow, sad death here.
As most Zerg deaths are.
Indeed. Chi and Pwn's just mining more right now, and he has the army tech. Well, I guess really just zealots. He does not have a cybernetics core, but that might be all he needs.
Are all of his bases hotkeyed? He's just not making as many Zerglings as he can.
I don't know. Earlier, it really seemed like his queens weren't hotkeyed. He wasn't really doing the same stuff with them. So I think he might be going more with camera locations. Oh, spawning pool going down again. This might be the nail in the coffin.
What an incredible
we have the GG. Wow. Alright. Chi and Pwn has put another on the PulledTheBoys scoreboard. It is currently 4-1. Next match will be in Layla.
So the Raiders really need 3 games in a row.
Yeah, it's required if they want to go, and then they still have to go to the ace match, I believe.
It could be done though. All the games we've seen have been incredibly close.
There have been a lot of things where, you know, to borrow from State, in a different universe.
Well, not this universe.
Well, exactly. You know, StarCraft is not really a multiverse franchise the way so many other games are now. Alright, I believe Warcraft at least has alternate timelines, as well as different planets and realms and whatever. Alright. You see from Chienpone's forehead that he is feeling it.
You are watching FSL.
Alright. In the upper left, we have the purple Zerg. He is
Lanix Magi.
And he is playing for the team of
RagesRaiders.
his opponent. I almost said Apotas.
The Potas.
His Apotas. In the red, he is
Chienpone.
And he is playing for
PulledTheBoys.
Alright. Chienpone again, doing an early scout. And I'm curious whether Chienpone, without any actual full-on mains to expand to, is he going to be doing... Yep, well, it seems I won against myself.
The trash talk.
Well, no, I think that's him putting himself down and saying he won despite some interesting mistakes there. Or some, unusual choices. Yep, he is going
a pylon in the main!
Right now. Oh yeah, and these are big mains. My greatest enemy. Yeah. Well, as they say, it's not an unusual kind of take that in StarCraft, first, you have to kind of play against yourself, avoid those mistakes. Sometimes it's a one-player game before it's a two-player game. Alright. And
what does this pylon even do, though?
Eventually warps things in, I guess. Slow warp, though.
He probably is like
stick around.
any overlord, he's gonna see it.
It's going to be interesting. I don't know if he's going to be relying on it too much, and he is making it natural. I was just going to say that the answer to my question about where he'd expand to might be he's not going to bother to expand. He might just do an all-in, but he is expanding. And Lennox Magi... Yeah, Lennox Magi... He's going to have to actually click on the Nexus to see how far along he is and get an idea of when it was made. We're going with Zealots early on. Never mind, I lost against myself. Well, I don't know. The pylon's still standing. Where there's a pylon, there's hope.
Or keep cooking. Lannis Magi a little bit supply blocked. A consistent theme.
Well, Chienpone, I don't know. He's gonna have to figure out what his plan is. He's only got, what, one gateway? And it seems like he wants to do some sort of warp-in deal, but... he's starting to create a stalker. He's trying to kill an overlord with a sentry. And that's an interesting contest there. Will the overlord escape before the sentry kills it? And usually it can.
Lanix is making a ton of Zerglings.
Yeah. And right now, Chienpone, he doesn't really have production going. If he's going to be doing a mass warp-in, he's only got one warp gate.
Beat's a little late.
Putting down the batteries.
A lair? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're
game o'clock.
Builds. Yep. That's Magi. I mean, his third hatchery is done. So yeah, right now
these links could be lethal.
There's one robo. There's one gateway. There's almost no room to reinforce what he's got for defense. I mean, those batteries are kind of helpful, but they're not where the tech is or where the workers are. Alright, we're going to see a lot of worker deaths going on. There's no battery next to there.
Should be running away with these pros.
Is going to be bringing this back here.
Oh.
Yeah, run them to where the units and the batteries are. That's
Brutal.
interesting. Ooh, yeah, a little bit hard on himself, but Lennox Magi has not finished him off yet, but still, it's 49 supply to 16, and that
And he
is...
found the secret pylon.
Oh no! I was betting on that pylon. That pylon was my hero. Ooh, okay. Now we don't see this a lot, but we could be seeing like Mass Ling or Mass Roach versus Solo Colossus. I love it.
One Colossus, it's all you need.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna point out one thing. You know, you do see some chronos going down, but boy, Chienpone could benefit a lot more by just chronoing everything, especially his Nexus right now when he's trying to replace those workers. You know, you see he's using chrono on the robotics facility, but he's got plenty more energy where that came from. And there you go, a double battery wall.
Yeah, if he attacks into the battery wall with the Colossus, it's all over for Lennox.
Yeah, I don't really know where this one's going to go. There is an overseer, I guess, that's going to check out what's going on at this point. I think Lennox Magi is probably, like, the skin is raw from how much head scratching he's done this game and the last.
Here comes the Colossus.
Yes, indeed. Stand tall, my brother. Stand tall. Well, that's not bad. Now the roaches, as they get added, they're going to be able to stand up to this pretty well.
He's giving so much respect to it.
Yeah.
He's waiting for all of his roaches to pop. He's not taking any chances.
This time his queens are all defending together too. So that's a big improvement from last match. But the roaches in general, roaches against one Colossus and a bunch of slow zealots, I think they'll do all right for themselves. Rah!
Nice. But the Colossus gets away!
Yep.
It's the hit Colossus.
Yeah. Shield's almost completely depleted, but it did not take any hull damage.
But he has the 2 battery wall. I finally get the build.
And keep in mind, after this, we've still got Code B. So we're going to be seeing some even more uniquely made matches soon.
Chienpone needs to take a page out of Little Reaper's book and just throw a DT shrine down.
Exactly. When behind, do the right.
Dark Shrine. Nearly 5x the workers for Lennox.
I got it. Lennox Magi's got to transfer some workers right now. Right now, yeah, Chienpone, I mean, he took some really bad hits early on. He has not recovered from them. It's just, I want to check his worker count. Yeah, 20 workers to 58. And he's also rallying his workers to his main from the natural, not... He should be rallying everything to the natural right now. Disruptor. Ooh, that's... I'm curious on how he can do with Disruptor. It's a tricky unit to utilize.
Yeah, it doesn't do as much damage as it used to, though.
Yeah. Was the damage or the radius? They've nerfed that unit so many times. I can't keep track of like what the most recent nerf was. I think it was damage because they also simultaneously did a little nerf to the lurkers so that they could still be two-shotted by a disruptor despite the disruptor nerfs. I remember that being part of the discussion.
Lennox is hitting an incredibly healthy worker count, getting all the upgrades: Hive, Lurker Den, Nidus Worm. Chienpone about to hit 30 workers.
I think Lennox Magi is feeling pretty comfortable right now. I don't think he's too worried about any big surprises.
He's got creep, he's got tech, he's got an army, he's droning like crazy. Is this Cyril?
He's got an overseer. Yeah, he might be playing a little bit more careful than he needs to. But a win, you know, in the end, a win is not depleted by how much time it took.
He's not taking any chances.
All right, we're going to be getting ready for another Nidus Worm, I believe, with those changelings.
There is a universe where
Info is
Lanix
wise.
is way too careful, and then the Protoss can actually make an army that.
The Lanix Cinematic Universe, the LCU.
Exactly.
You see
Lanix's injects
Lanix
aren't
taking-
amazing.
He's taking that expansion where you have to get rid of the mineral patch. Yep, and it's out. I believe it's out of view too. Here, let me see.
How quickly
No,
can you
is
react to
within
it?
view. Well, I don't see him reacting to it. Yeah, here we go.
It
Now
unloads
he's-
pretty slow though. If he can get up there.
Hydra Roach.
Oh, it's all getting out.
I think it's interesting that Lanix Magi hasn't gone with the classic Nidus Lurker deal.
Disruptor?
Yep. Oh, nice hit.
Second disruptor?
Oh, well, he
Whiffs.
killed one of his own zealots. That's the way disruptors work for me. It's like, well, I didn't hit the opponent, but I did manage to snipe one of my
Oh,
own
the hit
units.
Colossus goes down.
All right, the Colossus falling back to the shield battery. And now, once again, we've got Lanix Magi going for the workers, which have not been pulled.
Oh, the disruptor!
Boom! I gotta give Chienpon style points, no matter what happens here. 22 workers. Gotta remember, Colossus, they're powerful units, but they only do bonus damage against light units, so... I mean, against lurkers and roaches, I don't know. And yep,
There's another
if it
one.
ain't broke, don't fix it, man. And this is going to make it very difficult for Chienpon to really leave his base, too, if he knows that there's going to be another one of these before long.
He's thinking, again?
He's got lurkers this time, though. And that is going to be very difficult to clean up.
Oh, that's so much.
Colossus, you do nicely against Hydra.
And he's
Steve.
getting a concave. Oh my god, the disruptor!
Ooh.
Oh my god!
Those roaches, they had families.
Burrow?
Yep. He does have Burrow. But his opponent has detection, so there you go. Chienpon needs to expand.
This is like one of those campaign missions where you just have to survive for 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. You know, I mean, there have been times where we have even put time limits on the matches. We stopped doing... That's just been for certain things like show matches, but it is interesting when the clock actually does figure in.
Cheapo going across the map. He's had enough of this.
Mm-hmm. And you see Lanix Magi morphing another Overseer, ready for the next Nidus Worm. That is a pretty good group, and his Viper is at full energy. So I think we are going to see some Colossus yoink.
He needs some super money disruptor shots.
Yeah. Well, he needs to expand. He needs to be able to actually build up his armies. Ooh,
Yeah.
Lurker's being left behind there. But still, this is a good place to engage right now. Yeah, there you go.
Nice yoink.
Colossus yoink, and look at that one shot.
50
100
Lings. I mean, Lings are just the ultimate unit here.
War Bunnies is recommending making nothing but Banelings from here.
This is not SCV, sir. This is Lanix Magi.
Yeah, he was saying SCV Sir style.
He's making roaches? I'll just make 100 Banelings. Isn't bad if it works.
Banelings don't do bonus damage against roaches? Who cares? They do splash. Matheson, being cheeky, says that would be an explosive party with some worker units crashing. I don't get the second part, but I like the explosive explosive party line.
Are we gonna see a huge surround here?
I think we are. Gotta remember to move all of them in at once, though.
Because the Zerglings are taking a nap in the back of the map.
Yeah, sometimes, man, sometimes you really do want to go ahead and just F2. You know?
So much respect being given. Again, the dangerous thing is to give Protoss too much time, and then they just get all these robo units, potentially Sky Toss units, and then it's
yeah,
like,
exactly. If they
can't...
do a Sky Toss switch, something like that. We are going with Spire and Ultralisk Cavern too, and more Vipers as well. I mean, it's an important match here. If Lennox Magi wins, it's definitely favoring him based on the supply count right now.
Ooh,
Then Monkey Shaman, versus Sequoia. Sequoia could potentially tie things up. Honestly, yeah, the Spire, the Ultralisk Cavern, if he's worried about those Colossus, either Corruptors or Ultralisks, don't need to worry much. But right now, yeah, Chienpone's still on 2 bases at the 15-minute mark, 16-minute mark almost.
But when he went down to 9 workers, did you envision he'd be back to almost 100 army supply, or supply in general?
Supply in general, maybe, but 100 workers would be a lot better than 22 right now.
That is factual.
23, he's going beyond. But look at the main 2. Both assimilators are destroyed, and only 4 mineral patches left there. Even if he does start moving some workers up to there... Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Come here, tall boy. Still no zealot speed either, despite how many zealots he's got.
Lennox has 10,000 minerals.
Oh man, it's like my Fitbit. I've been trying those 10,000 step challenges. And yeah, Lennox Magi is an inspiration here. Because I need to get 10,000 steps in, by the way, I've tried to avoid maps with short rush distances. I want my units to walk as much as I do. Alright, there we go. Chienpone expanding.
Lennox noticing himself.
Yeah, he's making the shortcut, just in case.
He just wants him to hear the sound to rattle
I think, that might be. And, I mean, it's more beneficial than throwing a nuke down in just a random empty spot.
Chienpone going right back. He's like, where is it? Where is it?
Well, in Brood War, there aren't Nidus Worms, it's just those Nidus Canals. You can potentially use them offensively against another Zerg player, but, StarCraft 1, they're just there to reinforce, basically, to transfer. Yeah, that Observer's seeing that Overseer and like, ooh. Oh, look at that Ling run by. Only got 2 workers, but, I mean, 2 workers right now, that's still pretty
10% of his workers.
Exactly. War Bunny says 3 got cancelled. I think he means the 3rd expansion for Chienpone, but maybe he means StarCraft. He might mean StarCraft 3. Maybe that got cancelled.
Maybe both.
Yeah, maybe. Microsoft axing a lot lately. But yeah, please, come on, Lennox. You gotta just take him. You can.
He has to get all the upgrades in the game first before he can go into his base.
I think what he's going for, I think he plans to cover the entire map in creep. As you can see right now, he's got half of it. I think this might be one of those. Oh, you're not gonna GG yet? All right, I'm gonna make a different challenge for myself. Whoa.
What he needs to do is make 300 Overseers and fill his base with Changelings.
Yep, just lag the whole thing out. I don't think this is our longest match so far, but it's up there. Usually 20 minutes isn't the best. Hey, don't diss the Prima strategy guide for StarCraft 2, even though they didn't make one for Legacy of the Void. They actually did a decent job. They knew their stuff, and they also had more of a flexible strategy guide when it came to multiplayer. And they made it acknowledging that
He's F2ing to the Nidus. There's nothing in it.
Oh man, yeah, a bunch of roaches being sent back to that.
Oh, the disruptors!
You know, at this point, he could a-click about anywhere. There is no answer for even just those few Ultralisks. Although, you know, that Oracle looks kind of scary.
Cheapone's trying to figure out how to float
Aaron
his buildings.
is Impa. GGWP.
Nice.
Okay. Alright, well, I can think of more questions now for those two matches.
RagesRaiders.
Incredible game.
Alright. Alright, so we are at 4-2 right now, with each player taking a map. So if both the Code B matches go the direction of RagesRaiders, we will be going to an ace match. Alright. You know... So both Lennox Magi and Cheapone, those were two very unique matches, with the second one being one of the longer that we've seen in FSL.
None like one of Fenrir's original games. Those lasted. I remember one lasted like 2 hours, but I probably should have just rushed.
The two of you were a very interesting matchup to each other.
Yeah, you didn't have that strong of a defense in the start of the game. I probably could have just rushed and killed you. Or then I guess the quick Colossus was technically a Colossus rush, but...
Yeah, I went very greedy on both of them, definitely. And like the Adepts were a push, and I mean, but if you look at the two games back side by side, they were very different games.
Yeah,
very different. Cheapone taking the next level strategy of taking the other available main as his natural.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I did that, and I got the same map in ladder match I played before, and I did that, and I was like, you know, this actually works really well. No one ever checks it once they've scouted you.
Lennox Magi, in both those matches, were you spending a lot of time just trying to figure out what was going on?
Yeah, I was trying to get my scouting in and figure out what I was playing against. I mean, Protoss, there's so many options, and I kind of landed on Lurker, Hydra. The first game, when I threw away all my Lurkers, I was like, that's GG right there. That was a very bad move on my part, because that made my army value just plummet. If I would have held on to those Lurkers, like moved them into the base in defensive position, very different game.
Yeah, I didn't really see trying to base trade me when I had Immortals.
Well, the two of you both had bases in so many different places that, and then yes, the Nidus Worm as well, throwing some wrenches in both times.
You know the observer that was in the top left of my base? I kept being like, all right, I'm gonna go kill that now. And then I would not. And then finally I worked in those 3 stalkers, and then you started the Nidus Swarm. And that completely distracted me. I basically F2'd, but I don't usually F2. Well, I didn't F2. My army high key, but still, yeah. Well,
yeah, it's one of those things where something's on your to-do list, and sometime, I think the worst I ever experienced for that is when there's a structure that I don't have enough gas for, and I'm like, okay, I'll make that in just a minute, and then a minute later, I'm doing something else. So
yeah, that was the experience. I was like, all right, so he has an army of a bunch of roaches and hydralisks. What kills roaches and hydralisks? Colossi. I'm stupid. They kill hydralisks.
They kill hydralisks. Colossus aren't necessarily great against.
And then I was like, oh right, disruptors.
Yeah, those were brutal hits. Nice shots.
Did like nothing against the roaches, but they deleted all the hydralisks.
Wafts.
I did not know they one-shot hydralisks.
I didn't either. Now I know.
A lot of stuff do. Hydralisks do not have. They're squishy units.
They were squishy, just not that squishy.
Those were impressive. Disruptors are hard to aim.
They are.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of them on the ladder either.
Yeah, a lot of the time when you do see them, hitting more of their own units. So.
I feel like what killed me that game though was the initial things that I just forgot about. Like I had my army like right next to that. I had like a small group of stalkers and zealots.
You know,
and I was fighting
you were stuck.
Workers.
You were stuck in your man and your natural. You never were able to take a third, so that was just a battle of attrition. Your opponent can do more or less what they wanted then.
Yeah, you can really never. You can't let Zerg get into that position against you.
yeah, I had a huge economy at the end there. I was like, if I'm producing Ultralisks, I have a lot of money at that point.
Yeah.
All right.
No, great games, very fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Well played to both of you.
Yes.
Next match
too,
is going to be
Greenfire.
Code B. It's going to be Sequoia versus Monkey Shaman. All right. Looking forward to seeing everyone again.
Yes. I will talk to you next time.
Okay, here. Monkey Shaman
Me over.
and Sequoia. Welcome to our Code B players.
Welcome, welcome.
Invite you to party.
Welcome as well.
Are you guys excited?
Yeah.
Been practicing?
Only a little bit between like against the AI. Haven't got any ladder matches, but not quite as rusty.
All right, all warmed up a little bit.
Sequoia, are you logged into StarCraft 2 and are you in the FSL chat?
Yes.
Let's see where you're at here. Yeah, for some reason I don't see you.
I knew he's logged on. I messaged him a little minute ago.
Okay, well maybe you can suggest him.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure how to switch off general, by the way. So.
Okay, here.
I just invited you to the party. There we go.
Join. Okay. All right. All right. I believe we're right here. Both of you were playing last season, right?
Yep, we were on the same team.
Yep. Oh, wow. So are you feeling any sense of betrayal right now?
I mean, I can't.
I'm
I
trying to
can't.
make this more saucy. If you guys can hold your grudge, it'll make the match a little more interesting.
No, I just want to be friends with my opponent. Maybe we'll get a drink after this.
Why
I mean,
can't we?
That's how it goes.
Why can't we all be happy after I rush their bases? To Von Lipvig, yes, I love Zero Tools Disruptors in co-op. Not just the auto attack, also that in co-op your units don't do any friendly fire. But yeah, I've kind of left co-op behind for now. Now I'm all 1v1 as far as my achievement quest goes. All right.
You getting any closer?
Well, yes. I mean, I'm constantly getting closer. It's not like trying to make GM where you can lose MMR. You don't lose wins. Those accumulate. That's why I prefer it that way. It's a little bit less stressful because any win you get, you keep. So 1v1, I'm about halfway to the 3,000 wins I need between the races. Assuming that I finish random before any of the others.
Right.
So yeah, I love torturing myself that way. All right. So we are... I think we're pretty much ready to go. Terran versus random? Right?
Let's do it.
All right.
Just move you to your lobbies and then... Okay, so we finally got a Terran player. Who knows? This might even be a TVT, depending how the die rolls.
Oh, if only we were that lucky.
We need more Terran. The Dominion wants you. And yes, I've found it a lot easier to ladder when I'm not jumping between ladder and co-op, where things don't necessarily work the same.
You are
all right.
FSL.
In the upper left, we have our green random Protoss. He is
Monkey Shaman.
And he is playing for
PulledTheBoys.
his opponent in the lower left, the blue Terran. He is
Sequoia.
And he needs a clean sweep for
RagesRaiders.
Alright.
Was
Rages
Monkey
Raiders.
Shaman usually a random player? Or does he have a main race?
I don't know. We might have to ask him afterwards. I know we've got some randoms, especially in the lower leagues, where there's a little bit more flexibility. But yeah, this is Code B, so both of them are pretty low level, kind of learning the game. So, whereas last match was pretty unusual for a Code A match, I think we know what we're getting into here. Going with the Probe Scout. Extra supply depots to begin with.
He's not getting supply block this game.
No, he is not. And interestingly, he's got the barracks there, but it's not quite in a wall-off position. But that's the beauty of Terran, picking up and putting down. KJ says that the Monkey Shaman exclusively plays random in FSL.
All right.
As for me, I like to play random in my one-on-one matches, but I've been doing Zerg for my team games. Early engineering bay. And we're going to be seeing things a lot like co-op or campaign, where a lot of the focus is going to be on just getting those buildings out. Things aren't going to be as clearly mapped out as they are in Code S or even Code A.
Shaman's build seems pretty, probably not perfect. I'm not a Protoss player, but objectively, he's got the Nexus, he's got 2 gates, he's getting Warp Gate. Like, it seems pretty solid.
Right. Last weekend, what really surprised us were Soil and who's his buddy? I think Hacker. Yeah. So yeah, some of the players, even though they're new to it, they've been watching Vibes Bronze to GM stuff non-stop, like every time they're on lunch break. And that was a really interesting one, because the macro was just spot on, but the micro was all sort of 1A move. So different people learn different ways. We're going with triple barracks and a bunker being built.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so Monkey Shaman, he's going to be going with the Adepts. We're going to see how well he can control them. But, against SCVs and Marines, they should do pretty well for themselves.
Yeah, not really a wall here either for
Neither of them have an actual wall. That's the interesting part. Also, the engineering bay has not really been made use of. There's no upgrade started, no missile turrets going down, obviously. Just kind of one of those cases where something was being built because it was one of the things that was available to be built. Oh, no, there's the missile turret. Yeah, Sequoia
really no
very
workers
much
for
kind of getting started
Sequoia.
up. He's going to want to put them in the bunker. Put them in the bunker, man.
Monkey Shaman might win this purely by virtue of making workers.
Not just making workers, but also those adepts are going to be a lot more efficient against the Marines.
Oh, and there's nothing at home to defend against these adepts.
No, if they want, yep, they can shade right past that bunker. Yeah, I think just like this, Monkey Shaman is going to be taking those.
Or will we see another 30-minute macro game?
We might.
If anyone can do it, it's a Terran player.
Oh yes. 30-minute game with a bunch of stalkers searching all over the map for those floating structures. Okay, pretty soon he's gonna have no workers left. And it's one of those things you gotta learn that, yeah, Marines don't go very well head-to-head against Adepts. Adepts get a big bonus against them. You also need to just have them together.
Micro on these Adepts. Man, they're not dying.
Yep, not bad. Well, one of them did, but we got the one that is still very...
Oh.
Okay, it died. That made us look bad. Come on, Monkey Shaman. You gotta keep those alive, or we don't know what we're talking about.
Monkey Shaman with 6x the workers.
Yeah, well, we're talking 58 supply to 17. That's a 41 supply lead. Not looking good for the Sequoia right now, I'm afraid. But we also might kind of see one of those things. I don't know if Monkey Shaman's going to go on the offensive soon or not. I'd assume he is with all these gateways and zealots.
Here's the really goofy thing, is since Sequoia still really hasn't made a lot of workers, he doesn't have the money to make SCVs for several ticks.
Yeah, Sequoia, he's in a spot where he doesn't have a lot of options right now. Monkey Shaman, adding a lot of zealots, but also... Okay, yeah, I was wondering if... He got Resonating Glaives for the Adept's attack speed, but he also then immediately started Zealot Charge. So yeah, I think we're just going to be going with a lot of light units charging right in. And he's taking a third as well. Sequoia does not have... Nor can he really afford a natural expansion just yet.
Remind me, is it Monkey Shaman or Sequoia who needs the 2-0 here?
Sequoia, I'm afraid.
Oh.
And yes, we will be allowing some coaching in between matches.
These two Marines are scouting for the 5th base in the top right-hand corner. No chances being taken by Sequoia.
He is not going to let Monkey Shaman hide a base there.
Oh, the bio's on the move. Here comes a big attack. Could this be equalizing damage?
Now, Sequoia does not have any upgrades.
He doesn't need them. He has...
And actually, back
micro.
home, he also doesn't have an orbital either.
Does he have stem? No, he doesn't have any.
No, he does not have any upgrades at all. So this is completely unupgraded. No shield, no stem, no attack, no armor.
Zealot Legs is about to finish.
Oh, this is not going to be pretty.
Micro! 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 Oh, all right. Back to the main. No GG.
Okay. All right.
Brutal.
And then, yes, if anyone from PulledTheBoys wants to talk to Monkey Shaman, they're welcome to as well, as long as they let us know.
Absolutely brutal.
And
Those
even with the lower levels, well, there were other things going on there too. I think Monkey Shaman just had a much better grasp.
Yeah, I mean, he looked like he had a pretty standard build.
As Monkey Shaman's pointed out, yes, PulledTheBoys has taken the series, but we are still going to play the maps through unless Koya has any objections. So, I think Monkey Shaman was just a lot more familiar with the game than Sequoia was. We were seeing that early engineering bay. We did not see an orbital. We did not see an expansion. Just kind of triple racks, like kind of basically mission 2 of the campaign. So yeah, there's a little bit of learning Sequoia still has to do, and we've seen plenty of people do it.
It's exactly what my games look like at the beginning. I remember my very first ladder match. I was on 2 base, 6 minutes into the game. I had like a roach warren and 6 roaches, and a BC warped into the middle of my base. And then I was like, oh, these units don't do anything. And I just lost.
I think the absolute classic in Brood War and StarCraft 2, after you played a bunch of campaign, the first thing you end up trying is, ooh, I'd better make a bunch of defenses at the main entrance of my base. And then, what do you know, your opponent ends up sending some flying units or a transport to the back. I think everyone has experienced that, and then you end up kind of overcorrecting by not making any defensive structures ever for a while. But yes, as KJ is pointing out, you want supply depot, barracks, orbital, so that you can make those mules. And early mineral boosts for Terran is golden. Being able to pump out those Marines, being able to get the other tech and the expansion earlier. Every race, you want to take full advantage of those macro mechanics. Mule drop, Inject Larva, Chrono Boost. Just the amount of a difference it makes. And it's, it's a weird one because I don't think many other RTS games have that kind of mechanic, like one for each race. Brood War and Warcraft 3 certainly didn't. And yes, congratulations to PulledTheBoys. We'll be talking about the win once we get the interviews up. But yes, PulledTheBoys continues their winning streak. That is their third win with no losses. And RagesRaiders, other way around, I'm afraid. So
somebody's got to put them in their place.
Yeah, unless you have a specific all-in. I don't know. As far as all-ins go, I would, if it's an all-in with nothing but Marines, I think that those mules are still more than worth it, even if it's a proxy Rex. But I guess I don't proxy Rex all that often, because every time I do, it's pretty disastrous. Regardless of, even if I'm going with the supposedly unbeatable proxy Marauder. So yeah, I'm gonna check in with them, and then be right back. Okay, Sequoia is ready to go.
Let's do it.
All right.
I want to see Sequoia pull it back.
Yep. Well, just get a little bit of vengeance in for the whole team.
That's all we're here for, really. I mean, sure, there's teams and there's points. But at the end of the day, I want to see some revenge.
We're here for the illegal late hits. That's what we're here for.
That's right.
You are watching FSL.
Alright, we're talking about
a TVT.
Ooh, here's what we want. Alright, in the upper right, we have the green, Random Terran. He is
Monkey Shaman.
And he got the last point for
the boys.
His opponent, the Terran, in the blue, he is
Sequoia.
And he is representing
RagesRaiders.
Interesting one there. Both of them build in their supply depots just kind of close to the orbital. I mean, close.
He
to
made
the
it
command
barrack
center.
second.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, I think there was a bit of the build order that Revenant Rage probably went over with them. But, yeah, in general, the supply depot wall, aside from maybe blocking the SCV scout, not quite as important in TVT. You got the Reapers that can just ignore them, and then you have the siege tank that can blast them from quite a distance, so... But yeah, I'm going to be watching this closely, because Terran's kind of been my focus lately. I have the least number of wins as them, and they're Platinum 3, while everything else I'm playing as is Platinum 2 or 1.
A second Rax.
Yep, well, Sequoia was going heavily on the Marines last time. Now, if he gets some upgrades for them, he can do some good things. Now, the big thing with Terran, though, is when the siege tanks come out. Because the siege tanks can almost completely wipe out any number of Marines if they can fire from far enough away. And I think, yeah, they are just very much doing the same thing. 3 racks. Versus 2 racks over here. Still no orbital from Sequoia.
There is a CC cooking for Monkey Shaman.
Yeah. Yeah, an in-base CC. I'm surprised he was able to fit that there. Sometimes you don't have room in the corner when you have to keep it far enough away from the minerals, and I think we're just gonna go with a bit of a parade push from Sequoia, just sending the Marines straight out. And yes, as War Bunny states, Sequoia doesn't know that it's TVT necessarily. It could be a Zerg or it
Does
could
now.
be another Protoss. Yep.
Oh no, he's chasing the SCV.
Yeah.
This one Marine, well microed, could end the game.
This is really interesting. Both players kind of exclusively go in barracks. Neither of them have created a factory yet. However, Monkey Shaman has done the add-on and is working on the upgrades.
Oh.
And Stim Marines tend to beat ones that don't have Stim.
Stim, CC, and an orbital. And Sequoia has 5 Marines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's one of the nice things. There is a factory being built by Monkey Shaman now, by the way. But yeah, it is very helpful to just seek out some coaching from your teammates. They're there. And a lot of them started from the same spot you did.
Oh, here goes the bio. Big attack.
All right. Sequoia does have an army supply lead right now. If he can get them over there before the siege tanks come out and before these upgrades complete.
Yeah, I mean, Sequoia should just make a factory and sit on a bunch of tanks and make BCs. That's how to win TVT.
You know, now there is a fun thing that feels more similar to the campaigns. Just like, okay, I'm gonna take the biggest units that can fly around and don't have to worry about terrain, and I'm just gonna build nothing but them. And sometimes that can actually work out quite a bit.
No, he's fighting up the hill.
Advantage. We got more Marines coming out, and they're just picking things off one by one.
Oh no.
Tim had not completed yet, but it's just about to. So if Monkey Shaman does go on the counterattack, he could put a lot of damage out very quickly.
And all the Marines are rallied.
Yep, they're about to meet each other, and just one by one. That's a tricky thing to avoid when you're a beginner, but you wanna get guys grouped together. You don't want to just feed them ahead one by one. Think MOBAs like Heroes of the Storm. You know, right now you are feeding your opponent, even if they don't get experience from it. You are feeding them. Monkey Shaman, yeah, the upgrades and the tech keep coming. But yeah, he's going to go ahead and test his opponent out. Sequoia making a 4th barracks, almost complete right now. No bunker.
This is going to be tough for Sequoia.
Yeah. I mean, he might actually want to pull the boys here, but even then, it would still be incredibly tough.
Well, their worker counts are both really low. Recognizing Monkey Shaman has 2 orbitals, but there's still a path.
The unit count and the upgrades, that's the big one. These are going to be the blue Marines taking on the green Marines that have Stim and Combat Shield.
Oh no, now he's leaving his base. Sequoia doesn't know that these Marines are just chilling in the middle of the map.
Yeah, this might be an awkward meeting.
They're just staring each other down. Oh, no, he goes back.
You know what? I don't think so.
Oh?
Sequoia is doing an upgrade. It's a tap.
Oh!
Outnumbered and out-upgraded, though, so...
Sequoia desperately needs a DT shrine.
Hey, Banshees, man. Or ghosts. Yeah, the way this is playing out really does look a lot like the minions in a MOBA game. Just kind of going out, clashing against each other and dying.
1 tank. All Sequoia
yes.
needs.
Well, he needs a factory before he gets the tank.
That is factual.
And the fact that Monkey Shaman does have a tank, well, even without the tank, he's just got his opponent outnumbered right now.
He could do the high ground.
He could, but he doesn't.
Oh no! High ground! High ground!
There we go. Not stutter stepping, so the Marines are clogged up a little, but there you go. All right.
Nice.
All right, guys. Okay, pulled the boys to take that. Heavy duty Marine match up there.
Yeah, I saw the signs of Marines, and it's like, man with gun wants to meet man with gun.
Yep. Yeah, big difference maker. Just better economy, and Monkey Shaman had the upgrades to him. So, and then just Sequoia, just really important. As soon as your barracks completes, you want to turn that command center into an orbital, so you can drop down a bunch of mules and just boost your economy. So, there's some stuff for you to work on with your teammates. Don't be afraid to ask them. Okay.
All right.
Feeling good for the
And
team.
Yep. And then Monkey Shaman, yep. Different race each time. You were able to keep up pretty well with your initial build, especially your tech. And then
Yeah, I noticed a couple times here and there where it's like, oh, I should probably have that down by now for something, but I just didn't want to be floating like 4 digits of like resources again.
It doesn't hurt to spend your money when you got it.
Yeah.
All right.
It was nice
So,
to hear
yeah.
not enough minerals or Vestian gas or whatever as a change. It's a good sign.
Yep. All right. Yep. There's the lower part's a lot easier to improve than as you get higher up. There you start to run out of simple things you can add. But yeah, PulledTheBoys has brought it home. You are 3-0. So definitely good work to Monkey Shaman there. You can check the standings as we said at the beginning on our lovely website, SciStorm.com/FSL.
Right on. Thank you, guys.
All right. And KJ, who do we have playing next weekend?
Well, on the website, we're going to show that real quick. 2-1 Cheesy Nachos, my team, versus the 1-1 Space Hairs.
Alrighty. That should be a very interesting one.
Poor Bunnies is quaking in his boots. I can feel it.
Gosh, well, he's trying to figure out how to defend against a plumbing emergency. Forget DT all ends. All right, so thank you to everyone who was watching here. Thank you to all our players, especially the ones who are playing for the first time this season. We're gonna see you next week.
Awesome. GG's, Hyper Turtle.
Oh yeah, and especially thank you, Green Empire, so I wasn't talking to myself. When I'm strictly casting alone, I tend to bore myself, and we can't have that.
Dream Team.
All right, later, everyone.
Cheesy nachos. RagesRaiders. Infinite cycles. Angry Space Heroes. PulledTheBoys.
blocking, so he starts to gas. So what happened here is